Good day everyone, so today we'll be creating a Python text-to-speech application. So this is an application that can convert your text to speech and play it with the playback and also give you an option to save. So what the program is basically going to do is convert your text to speech, play the audio immediately, ask the user if you want to save this audio as a file, then it's going to undo the input with edge cases. So to do that, first you need to create a virtual environment, because whenever you are installing a third-party package with the pip, you should make sure you create a virtual environment. So you can just go ahead and say pip install virtual env. So I use this to create a virtual environment. So once we are installing virtual env right here, give it a minute. So we successfully installed virtual env. So this will automatically create a virtual environment for me right here. I'll be needing two third-party package. I'll be three libraries for this. That's gTTS, that's Google Text-to-Speech, the Play Sound module, and the operating system library, which we can easily just import by saying import OS itself right here in our program. Alright, so now we have our virtual environment right here created. So yes, we successfully created our virtual environment. Now the next thing we are going to do right here is activate this virtual environment by just saying then I want to go into the script and activate the environment. If you're not using Windows operating system, just check out the right way to activate yours. So now I successfully activate this virtual environment. Now we can see it in brackets right here, in parentheses, that it has been activated. So we want to go ahead and install the necessary third-party packages. Just say like pip install gTTS. Take note of how I wrote the gTTS and play sound also. So I'm installing that now. So while that is installing, I'll just be importing the module right here. So I'll be starting with, we've imported our module for operating system, and right here we can just go ahead and say from gTTS import gTTS. So that is Google Text-to-Speech library. I want to go ahead and say from play sound import play sound. Then the next thing I want to do is import temporary file, which will help us to create a temporary file with Python. So the next thing I want to do now is create my main function that is going to handle the text-to-speech conversion, the process, and the user interaction, the audio playback, and file saving option. So what I'll just do right here is go ahead and say def text-to-speech. Alright, so def text-to-speech, and I don't want to give this any parameter for now. Come back to that. So we're just going to go ahead and say print. Right, so here's a print. Right, and I just want to say text-to-speech, and I want to name this converter. Alright. I want to just like give the user some things that we can do, and here we just go ahead and say print. Alright, here enter the text you want to convert to speech. Okay, this should be 1. So enter the text you want to convert to speech, then go ahead and say print the program. Okay, for the first thing we are doing is the program will read it aloud to you immediately, and then after this program read the text aloud immediately, then ask if you want to save the audio file. This is what you are printing the user to do. Where was what telling the user how the program works. So this is what the program is going to do. So we just want to have a while loop here that will keep prompting the user. So while true right here, while this program is true, we want to have a text variable and just say text now equals to input. Then we want to say enter the text to convert to speech. Exactly. So this is what we want to do. Then at every point in time, if this text is exit or key or quit, we want to exit this. We want to break out of this loop itself. So just go ahead and say if not. That means if there is no text right there, I want to say please enter some text. So what we're just going to do is I want to set the language. So you can select any language you want to use right here. You can use something like FR for French. So you can always choose this language, but I'm using English language, so that's what I'm going to select. And the next thing I want to do is to create a temporary file. So I'm going to just create a temporary file for the playback actually. So I'll just say with temporary file dot name temporary file by delete is equals to false. Then I want to give it a suffix. Yes, exactly what I am going to do. Then after this, I want to just say this temporary file. So temporary file name is equals to temporary audio dot name. Just like that. Then here we have to have some error handling to convert this text to speech. I'm going to go ahead and say try. So we're going to create the TTS variable right here, and here we are going to call the TTS right here. And what we are doing right here is we are setting this text to the text we are inputting from the collected from the user right here. Then the language is equal to the language which we've defined right here. Then slow is equal to false. Why are we putting slow is equal to false? This is so that it will give it at a normal speed. It will be slow. So that's why we are saying slow is equal to false. Then I want to just say that, okay, this is says to save this file in the temporary file that we've created right here. Alright, you should create it in the temporary file we've created right there. Then the next thing, just also print out playing the sound, and I want this to just be on a new line. Okay, playing the audio right there, and I want to use the play sound module to play with the sound itself. Alright, so yes, got it to this I10, but I'm just going to go ahead and discard this for now and write it the way I want it to be. So again, I want to ask if the user wants to save this file. So again, I'm going to say while true again. So while true now, and I want to say save choice is input. Do you want to save the audio file? Yes or no? Then if this choice is equals to yes. Alright, so I just go ahead and say right here, if choice in yes. So if the choice is any of these, okay, then my while true should be small letter, not capital letter W. Alright, so and I also have another while true here to get the file name from the user. To the user enter a valid file name. So I'll just go ahead and say file name is equals to input the name of the audio without the extension. So we don't need the extension from the file from the user itself. So I'm just going to say, then if this file has been imported into this program, what we need to do is just go ahead and say, alright, first let's undo if this file is not imported. So we just say if not file name, then we just continue right there. But when we collect this file, so if file name right here, so if file name has been created, we want to just go ahead and say, okay, we want to check if this part exists. So we want to check if this part exists itself. If parts.exist, so if this part exists, we want to ask the user, do you want to override this program? If the user says any other thing other than yes or no, we want to leave the option for overriding. Yes, if the user didn't specify that he wants to override this file, we want to leave the option for overriding the file open to the user. And yes, instead of breaking, let's just continue this. continue with the loop itself. Then I'm just going to go ahead and say right here, since we've gotten the file name and we've checked if this file exists normally. So we just want to have another try block error right here. Try except. So we want to say os dot replace temporary file with this file itself. I want to print audio saved to the file name. Then just go ahead and say break itself, break out of the loop. Then otherwise, except we want to print out the error we are having. Then just come ahead and say break right here. Then right here we can have our else choice. No. Right here, what do we want to do when the the save choice is no? We just want to print out audio will not be saved. And we want to remove the temporary file itself. Then else, just to print, please enter a yes or no. That's because the user entered an invalid choice itself. Okay, we should have an except right here. But before that, let's confirm if we have the same indentation. Yeah, the detection is quite alright. So our except should be right here. And if an error occurred, we want to print out an error occurred. I want to check if there is this temporary file already created. We want to remove it. Alright, so now we can call our program itself to run this program and see how this program will work. Alright, so here we are having this main name equals to main and speech, and what this does is actually ensure that this program is only going to run when the program is executed directly and not when it is imported. Not when we are trying to import this program, but only when it is executed directly itself. So we can go ahead and try and run this program. Right, there's an error right here, so what we should do here is this should be temporary audio. Then here I want to just go ahead and say, okay, Python text to speech.py. Alright, so there was an import error right here. It's meant to be gTTS. Not as much. So let me just look for everywhere I reference this variable itself. Alright, so it's gTTS. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so we have our program working quite alright here. I will say this is how the program works. So we want to enter the text we want to convert to speech. We want to say hello, I am Andrew.
Hello, I am Andrew.
File has been saved as hello me. So let's go ahead and check it, and we can see this hello me file. Let's see. But yes, this file has been successfully saved as hello me. So I can just decide to say, okay, I want to enter another file. I want to convert another text to speech right here. And what can I do with this? I can just go ahead and say, alright, what do I want to convert this time around? Okay, let me just say, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's have a problem with the quotation. So let's just check for where we are inputting the string itself. Where is the text? Where is the text? Where is the text? Alright, so the reason why for this error is because of the quotation. But let me try using an escape sequence and let's see. Okay, let me just change it to do not forget to like and subscribe.
Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
So do you want to save this file? Yes, I want to save it to, and I want to say like and subscribe. Yes, I have it there. So the last time, just hello and playing the sound, and I don't want to save this file not saved. So that's alright. So we cannot exit this program. So that's all for today. And now you can see this audio itself. So you can just go ahead and make this more good. Maybe you can check out my videos on TK Inter and try to build an interface for this. So don't forget, I will do all this so you can just run through this code again and just know how we go about this. So yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Code With True. See you next time. Bye.